Man, this is a Warm Moon jersey, man. I wouldn't wear no Ravens jump. This is a Warm Moon Vikings jump, man. That was my man, Warm Moon, man.
Okay, Randy Moss rookie season.
Man, Randy was with Culpepper.
Man, you know, we didn't even mean to get into this,
CC,
bro. But
CC.
you know, I went to
It's
Charleston.
Super
Yeah,
Bowl
Chris
Sunday.
Carter.
It's Super
Yeah.
Bowl Sunday, man.
You know, I went to Charleston Job Corps, right? And we had a basketball team that played in the summer league, and they was from this city called Rand. And I played against this team that had, I swear to God, it had Jason Williams and Randy Moss on it. And Randy Moss' father was like a cop, and he was at the game. And it was in like this this park that looked like this shit where they did the picnic from Poetic Justice. And one of the courts was like 10 foot 5 inches, right? And the other court was like 9 foot, not 10, like 9'9" or 9'10". It was a little low. I remember I could bang on it, so I know it was low. And I swear to God, this Bama Randy Moss took one step and dunked from the dotted line off his right foot with his left hand, just off like catching the ball, like on some Sean Kemp shit.
Yeah,
and I plucked Jason Williams 3 times. Pat.
Ryan University. That was that 30 for 30, man. That joint was vicious, man. That's one of the GOATs, man. Top 5. Like, that's why I said I would wear Ed Reed joint if it came to it. Because Ed Reed, Randy Moss, Lawrence Taylor, Sean Taylor. Best I ever seen do it on that football field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you got to throw. I mean, see, this is something I know a little bit about football. Because like I used to be a big fan up to about 2010. You got to throw Ronnie Lott in there too, bro. If you're talking about safety.
No, I ain't talking about safeties. I'm talking about all time best football player, hands down. On man, that's why Ed Reed to go, because he got the football skills. He can tackle, playmaking. He run kicks back. He's doing everything, man. That's
predicting what the offense gonna do 7 plays down the road and shit.
Man, Ed Reed, man.
That take a special form of intellect.
Man, that's to you, man. That's why Sean Taylor was going to be just the same way, man. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, R.I.P. Sean Taylor. That's probably around the time I started getting disenfranchised with football. That's probably like my last good run with it. But you know, well, we had some things we was gonna touch on. I saw this week you shared a Yukmouth song from the Albulation. Was it just because I know you shared the I Don't Give a Fuck jump? Was that just like a mood thing, or is you a Yukmouth fan?
Both, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta get into it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when you work as many hours as I do, a lot of motherfuckers get on your nerve. And
I'm sure
they be hating, you know what I'm saying? So it don't matter to me. I don't give a fuck. So that's why I put that joint on, and then I ended up, cranking that the whole day for the most part, because that's my shit.
Yeah, that's a classic
albums ever. Never gets old, man. Never gets old, man.
You fuck with other Yukmouth shit?
I fucked with the second jump that jump with the one of the best diss tracks ever. You know what I'm saying? When he went on Master P, that jump was that Thug Lord joint or whatever. But other than that,
and obviously I
know he came
else.
out
I know you at least know. I got 5 on it.
Yeah, that was what put them on. You know what I'm saying? I remember he had the little cameo, him and what was his name, Numbskull.
Yeah.
They had the little cameo in Original Gangsters.
Right? Yeah, they did. You know Shaheem and all that. So, man, that made me want to.
That was my shit. But that album right there is like in my top 10 of all time. Like I listen to that all the time, like all the time.
Yeah, nah, Yukmouth was super underrated. Like he gotta be top 5 West Coast lyricists. I mean, he might got a case for being the strongest lyricist from the Bay. But I got a personal memory with that. Recently I put up a Dipset episode that had a bunch of Dipset interviews, and a lot of those were some of the first things I did in hip hop, and that led me to be able to reach out to major artists. And Yukmouth was the first rapper I ever interviewed over the phone, He was definitely like somebody that was like a legend to me, one of the first people I ever talked to. And he was sitting there telling me stories about making that album. And it was so surreal to me to be talking to Yukmouth on the phone. Like, you know, the song on there to be like, if I ever ball again,
Man,
I
that's
know
that shit.
just what to do. So he
Do or
told me like the
die.
story on
Do or
making that
die.
jump. Yeah, he told me the story was
Do or die
he was
in this
sitting there
bitch.
broke, and he was wondering if he was ever gonna get money again, and he was waiting on his Rap-A-Lot check, and he wrote that song. And then as soon as he was done writing the song, he got the Rap-A-Lot check, which was, he said it was high six figures. And then he went and recorded that shit and made it triumphant. And then another jump, I don't know if you know, he was on the Ghetto Boys, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly album, right?
Yeah, that was the first. That was man on the first joint. Man came on cranking, man.
So look though, G. So you know, Kane from Menace to Society, that was really him rapping on that jump, right?
Yeah.
So I asked Yukmouth about it, and Yukmouth was like, "Man, yeah, that was really Kane. Shout out Kane. I don't know why he stopped rapping, but the last time I seen him, he was fucking with Danger from Flavor from Ray J's little dating show." And that's just some wild shit to me, man. I mean, I still want to know the story of how Kane ended up being signed to Rap-A-Lot as a rapper, but I ain't been able to get that.
That's when they was Rap-A-Lot always been cranking out them bangers, but that the Good, the Bad, the Ugly gets played all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Untouchable.
The Untouchables, motherfucker. All the Face Jones, man. The Willie D, Love by Few, Hated by Many, man. That's my shit too, man. They get played all the time, man.
Them
all
Boys, that song with Lil Wayne, man. That's like one of the best Lil Wayne verses. People don't really know about that jump.
Nah, but some of my favorite songs on there is just Willie D on it. You know what I'm saying?
What about Freaky Deaky with Pimp C?
Man, that jump be cranking too.
That shit go hard as shit, don't it?
Man, and like on that Yukmouth jump, that Stallion jump with Ren, man, that jump be cranking too. You talking about lyrics from the West Coast, man. That shit be cranking too. The way they put that shit together, man, that shit be. Man, I play that shit all the time, man. I don't listen to a lot of new shit.
See, man, this why this show S.D.E, man. I'm impressed, bro. You knew Numbskull name, you know the Ren song. Like, if be motherfuckers that got big time hip hop podcasts that don't got rap knowledge like that, man.
Nah, but I don't know. There's a lot of shit that I don't know. I just know what I listen to. You know what I'm saying? And I listen to that shit. That shit come on. Or if I hear you pumping that shit, I know you pumping my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So that's all it is. And I don't know everything at all about from no stretch of the imagination.
But you know, people starting to peep the drip and see that we really know about the basketball. And so, you know, switching to the NBA, you know, I don't think it's really too much new to talk about that ain't no one's talking about. What I'm curious, you know, I really respect your opinion and your evaluation skills. This man Jokic is going insane. He's definitely looking like he could be the best player on the championship team. Do you think the Nuggets could A, have what it takes to win a championship? And B, if they do you think they have what it takes given who they have to go against with the LA teams and potentially the Jazz?
They was dead last year. They could have did it last year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all fuck with Murray Stakes, man. Jamal Murray like that, man. So they had it last year. They got the same Michael Carter. What's my man? DJ Michael Porter Jr. They
lost Jeremy Grant though. Like that, I think that Jeremy Grant. See what it come down to though. G is like who's gonna check when they play the true when they play the Clippers though. Somebody got to check Paul George and Kawhi Leonard.
Will Barton is still there. Shout out to my man Willie B, man. That's why they ain't tripping. That's why Malik Beasley.
You watched the Nuggets this year?
That's why Malik Beasley was gone the year before. You can't pay everybody, Slim, man.
Hey, bro, I love Will Barton, but let me ask you, honestly, have you seen him this year?
Yeah, he does his job.
He's definitely still every bit as potent offensively, but do you see a slippage in his defensive ability?
No, it's just, man, people good, dog. You ain't gonna shut everybody down every night.
Word.
People good. He plays against the best player, dog, and he be run to. I've been watching Youngin, man, since he was like 16, man. Youngin like that, man. Defensively, that's a major part why he in the league, man. And he can have lost a step in everything and still be better than a lot of people.
So let me ask you this.
Willie B, man.
Do they beat the Lakers if he's there for the bubble?
No, it was set. It was.
Do they win another game?
It was already.
Does it go 7?
Deal. I don't know.
Because he was a third man scorer, bro. I remember I saw the Nuggets before he got hurt, and I was like, and Michael Porter Jr. didn't even get in the game, and I was like, damn, they are clicking. What's my man, Monte Morris?
Mm-hmm. From Iowa State.
He had a couple nice little jumps off DHOs from Jokic, and then that freed up Will Barton. Because Will Barton be a predator on that baseline.
Man, Will Barton like that, man. Ever since I seen him at 16, I knew he was a pro, man. So they definitely can beat the Lakers if they stay healthy. That's the main thing. All of them, Murray, Jokic, Porter Jr. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay healthy. But Willie B done had some little ailments. But
Gary Harris, don't worry.
Definitely think he out now too, ain't he? They just picked up my man from Alabama.
I'm talking about like deep in the playoffs.
No, I'm talking about what?
Like
Gary Harris.
I feel like they might need a little bit stronger point guard rotation for a championship team. But I don't know though. Like I see some slippage in Schroeder, so that might not be a factor. The Clippers don't really have a point guard.
They'll be all right. They'll be all right because Murray gonna play 37 plus minutes when it come down to them type of games. Man, nah, man.
Hey, anybody listening, man?
That's a bad man to rock.
Word. Hey, anybody listening? Me and Garrett took too long to get started, so if you hear that banging, that's Miss Ward in the kitchen getting shit right for the kids. But so the Jazz though, what you think about them? You think they legitimate?
No, I don't respect the Jazz at all, man.
You think they at least a home court advantage team? Like you see them finishing in the top 4?
They probably, they up there right now, but you know.
Yeah, but it's not too many games between 4 and 11.
If Donovan Mitchell go down or Rudy Gobert go down, they done. So I don't believe in them anyway, so I don't care. Like
the only thing that I feel a small shred of belief in them is that Bogdanovich. You know, I always tell you that story. I know I keep saying this shit, but how I saw Luka in that international games, but that and just knew. But that Bogdanovich cat, you know, he was hitting game winners in that shit. Like he cold, bro. Like if he had gone to the Bucks, man, the East would have a problem.
Everybody in the league cold, man. I'm telling you.
I'm talking about he cold at the end of the game. Like he taking game winners and making game winners. I think he's got 7 since he's been in the NBA, and I believe he's got over 20 internationally.
Well,
that's why Giannis wanted him so bad. Like, you know, Giannis really wanted him on the team.
Yeah, well, who? Drew Holiday?
Not over. In addition to with Drew Holiday, I mean, I guess like probably somebody like Bobby Portis or somebody who came off the roster. That's
because they probably been friends and shit. So
I'm telling you, dog, my man is a clutch late game shooter. Like I give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of them in the league. I like them. You know what I'm saying? Both buckets. Yeah.
It take a lot to earn your respect, huh?
No, I just know everybody in the league got my respect. If you made it to the league, I'm just talking about. I just gave Will Barton all type of respect. You ain't think that was due? You know what I'm saying? So
yes, I do. I think Will Barton is severely underrated.
But it's all a preference. You know what I'm saying? I like both buckets. He cool, but he don't jump out at me like that. And I don't fuck with the Jazz. Like.
I don't fuck with the Jazz either.
I like Joe Ingles.
He'll pass a motherfucker.
Man, Joe Ingles like that, man. All around. Can shoot.
He got that hockey assist mentality too.
Can handle. Just because he high IQ, man. He can handle, he can pass, he can shoot. He can do it all at about 6'8". Like that, man. like that dude.
Shit, well, you'd like to see him on your Bulls?
Nah.
Nah.
Nah. Stay over there in Utah. Utah be keeping their people anyway. So stay over there in Utah and let Mark enjoy watching Utah fucking play.
Man, I'm with you on Utah, but nah, I don't got no Will Barton slander, bro. I definitely think Will Barton could be the third best player on a title winning team. But you know, you said talk about Will Barton since you saw him since he was young. I want to talk about women's basketball a little bit. You saw Rebekkah Brunson since she was young, right?
Yeah, we went to we went to Ox Hill Middle School together, and then like just grew up together basically. You know,
one more WNBA championships than anyone in history.
Her twin brother was on our team. You know what I'm saying? And she was at practice as much as he was. You know what I'm saying? They live right across the street from the staff. You know what I'm saying? Oxon Hill. So they just walked across the highway, and man, she always had a basketball with her.
What was her skill level like compared to the boys?
Man, she was aggressive. She was tall. She was long. She wanted to play ball, dog. So she was a problem. You knew she was gonna be a problem.
You know, it kills me. I forgot her name. When I was there was a chick, Pam something. She was the best player on varsity. She was like 5'9". She got a scholarship. It kills me. I can't remember her name. I feel so disrespectful to her. But she would ball with us, and she'd run the one and wouldn't be getting plucked. You know, obviously she wasn't like finishing on cast, but she was going to the lane and dishing it off when people collapsed. And a lot of times, you know, I know you know all about skill development on the youth level. I don't think people realize how skilled women's players are. Like, you know, from running plays to fundamentals to footwork.
Everybody's skilled now because everybody be working out. You know what I'm saying? But as far as skills back then, we just knew she was a beast on the court. Becky, man, she got 5 rings. I call her the Lord of the Rings, man. You know what I'm saying? She done been coaching. Cause she retired now. She was the leader in the WNBA for rebounding, but Big Sylvia Fowles done took that last year. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her too. She a beast too. But Becky, man.
Rebekkah was a 5-time All-Star, most championships, 5-time championships, all-defensive first team once, 6-time all-defensive second team.
Man, you reading this shit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you know it.
Watching her and man, Mike Sweetie went to Fort Foot Elementary together. Then they went to Ox Hill Middle School together. Then they went to Ox Hill High School together. All met players, man. They Ox Hill GOATs. Both first-round draft picks. Man, you can't make that shit up, man. Mike house was up here. Becky house was down here. They could walk right there, and they stayed hooping on Mike court, man. I'm telling you, man. That's small time. That's in the water, man.
And you know, some people would consider Mike Sweety's NBA career disappointing, but you can testify directly to like how skilled he was. Like, how skilled is somebody like Mike Sweety?
I just told you, everybody in the NBA skilled, man. Motherfuckers like that, man. Mike at Georgetown, if he had stayed that last year at Georgetown, he'd be the leader in all the categories.
But G, like, I don't think people realize, like, you take somebody like Mike Sweetney, and I have no idea what he shot in the NBA, right? And you get him on a court by himself, and he's wetting everything.
Nah, but he always had.
And that's every NBA player, like you said.
Nah, but when we was 12 years old, you could see the nice touch that he had. You know what I'm saying? Mike had great hands to catch the ball. You know what I'm saying, Paul? He had great hands. He could pass, man. Great shooting touch. We ain't know Mike was gonna be the GOAT. It was a better bet that Becky was, but then Mike one year just went, man, bananas and went from like 6'5" to 6'7". I remember when he was a freshman at Oxon Hill, I was freshman playing freshman ball at St. Stephen's, and I looked in the paper the next day, and Mike went off. He was a freshman, man, came in the game, saved the game, had like 18-10 or something stupid like that, and they had all met Terrence Nixon on the team, and the whole article was about Sweet Cakes, man. That's my man.
Who was the best person you ever played with? Like, not in a pickup game, but like on an AAU team or a high school team or a rec team or whatever.
There's a lot of them. I ain't trying to single nobody out. I'm gonna just give you a name that you know, and a lot of people know. But I ain't gonna say he the best because I played with some tough motherfuckers that everybody played. Man, everybody played was dogs, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you my man. I'm gonna give you my man, and then I'll give you another one that you know for you know what I'm saying that most of the people know. My man. Motherfuckers gonna be mad, so I don't care. But Dwayne Shackelford is one of the best players I ever played with.
He's from a Pilo, brother?
Yeah, trust me. Absolutely. If he was sick, if Shackelford, Wayne was motherfucking 6'3", he'd been an all-star in the league.
What happened to him? I remember when he was little,
he was balling in JUCO. Then ended up going to USC. Henry Bibby recruited him to go to USC.
Really? Lil Dwayne made it to USC?
You ain't watch him on TV, man? Motherfuckers coming out
Dog,
of
I was in fucking prison, man. I ain't know.
Damn, man, look, you missed out because, man, everybody was watching that shit. Before Facebook, everything, man, he was playing against Carolina, man. Wayne came in that motherfucker jacking, man, just like he was around the way.
I had no idea.
With USC. Nick Young and Gabe Pruitt was on that team, man. And he was getting bumped when Henry Bibby was the coach, and then Tim Floyd came in. You know
I used to get the work from his older brother. That's how I got in the game back in the day. Was his older brother.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't know. Look. I'm gonna tell you, he one of the best, hands down, all around.
Yeah, he wasn't a part of all that. Because you remember the house I lived in was next door to them, bro.
Look,
remember John and Judy lived next door to them.
Look, knew he was a dog.
Vicious cross.
He moved around when he moved around the way. So I don't and I played, man, on rack of teams, AU, whatever's, man, with him, man. New Jersey, man. That's my man, man. He coaching high school now, sending kids to school, man.
Shout out Dwayne, man. I had no idea, man. I'm glad to hear that, bro.
What it takes training, man. What it takes training, man.
He was dedicated. He'd be out there shooting jumpers in the snow with the shovel.
Man, me and him, shovels, man. That's my man. Man, absolutely, man. Me and him shoveled plenty of courts. Man, I'm telling you, playing.
Yeah, you act like I don't remember, bro. I used to be out there too.
But man, you wasn't up. My next door neighbor had a court. She used to let us play on that jump. We'd stay on that jump, man, for 10. Man, sun go down, man. No, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I ain't get no part of
that. That's the homie right there, and one that you don't that most people done heard of is one time we was playing in the Charlie Weber, man. I playing with Doc's gym. Little all-star, they put together a little AAU team to play in the Charlie Weber up Maryland. And we playing up Cole Fieldhouse first game, like Friday night. And they like, we already got our squad and everything. And they like, man, we gonna have this dude play with on the team with us for this joint. He from Florida. He going to Maryland next year. And he come in and jump, man, little white dude, man, small as shit. He looks small as shit to me. With an Oak Hill, he got an Oak Hill hoodie on. Like, man, who's this little white dude, man? So they start him. I'm like, damn, they start him. I'm like, motherfucker, Steve Blake. Look, I knew from the first play, man, Steve Blake came down there, bop, 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 pulled up from like 30, man. I said, oh, that's why they started, man. Steve Blake played on the team with us that whole weekend, man. We was balling like shit, man.
Man, I felt like he got undervalued in the NBA. Like I feel like what he offered teams.
Shit. Shit, he played 15 years, something like that, man.
All right, well, okay. How about this then? How about this then? I was hurt that the Wizards gave up on him because I feel like he could have kept contributing to the Wizards, the team that drafted him.
A lot of the Wizards gave up on a lot of people.
I know, man. I know. Yeah,
I've been watching Kelly Oubre, man, start to get it, man. As long as he stay consistent, man. Kelly Oubre been catching a lot of bodies on first 48, man, on that court, man.
And didn't he have like 7 threes the other night too?
Man, he had a 40-piece, man. He had a 40-piece, was hooping. He in a good little zone right now. And
bro,
the other night was in the super zone with Steph, man, because he had 57. Bro, and that losing effort, man, because Luka put on a show, man, 42, 11, 7. Yeah,
he got some of that weight off. Bro, I ain't care when the Wizards got rid of.
That's how he is, dog. You keep saying out of shape. They ain't out of shape. They ain't out of shape. That's just how motherfuckers built. Everybody ain't got the nutrition. Everybody ain't going to the. Look, I'm telling you, man, you don't do that type of shit out of shape. I'm just tell you that.
I mean, that's
he probably
point.
got somebody.
So he needs to be in an escalated level of shape then, since he's in shape.
Nah, he probably like that weight because he get to bang around people a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, you get 42, 11, 7, man, and that shit was, man, he like that, man. That's what I've been watching.
You was about to talk about people the Wizards gave up on. I wasn't upset when they gave up on Isaac Austin, but man, my whole life I ain't wanted to give up on Rasheed Wallace, Chris Webber, Ben Wallace, Steve Blake, Rip Hamilton. I mean, it's so many times they done gave up on somebody. I mean, bruh, like you was a fan of a team that won 6 championships and made it to a couple conference finals. I seen the Wizards go to the second round like twice, the first round like once. And that's it. Like my best memory is Gilbert Arenas put one Kurt Heinrich face to advance.
They ain't never been my team. I grew up going to games. Oxnard Boys and Girls Club used to get us tickets, man. We used to go to Bullets games. And that would never be my team because I used to see them, man, shooting up. Nah, I couldn't get it.
I probably asked you this before. Did you ever play for Coach Hill?
Coach Howard Hill?
Yeah.
I played for his son. His son coached us. His son, Howard Hill Jr., coached us like 2 years. Like 2 years.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we definitely getting in the weeds on the basketball talk. So before we get out of here, you know, I always like to touch on music, culture, whatever. So, what's something you've been watching?
Shit, I just got finished watching Randall Cunningham daughter, Vashti Cunningham, man, do the high jump, man, for the American Track League. That shit was on ESPN. She was jumping over 6 threes. She got a little sister named Grace that's doing shit too. She was like in 6th place. She personal best today. I was watching that. They got a lot of other track joints. You know what I'm saying? I watched that. I started watching that shit on Netflix, that Lupin joint. That joint kind of vicious, man.
Remind me of something like I'm gonna check that out.
It reminded me of something like Snatch and Rock and Roll and shit. That shit good, man. That shit good.
Yeah, I've been, the only thing I really watched was WandaVision. I've been watching this other little Marvel mutant shit called Legion, but more so just these NBA games, to be real with you.
Yeah, that's why I said that 57 next Steph was. Man, Steph was Chef Steph. He was in the kitchen, man. And Luka the other night, that shit. When Steph and Clay and them was doing that shit, it was called sports porn, man. And that's what that was the other night, so. And I'm about to watch this. I know you probably ain't down there where it's going on at, but definitely about to watch this Super Bowl. I'm going for Tom Brady, man, to finish this Miramax movie, man. Hopefully I can win.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna ask you to leave it on that your Super Bowl pick. Be a little specific with some scores and shit.
Man, you ain't got to tell me twice, man. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be 35-38, Tampa Bay. The kicker kicks a kick to win Tom Brady another Super Bowl because he marched down the field in the last minute. 38-35, Tampa Bay.
All right, I'm going to have this done before the Super Bowl's over with so it can be up there for posterity. So there y'all have it. S.D.E, Big Fact Show. G from the shop. Thank you, brother. Always a pleasure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Going on? This is your man Ryan Hollins, former 10-year NBA veteran, ESPN, CBS analyst, and I got a special shout out to you guys. A big special shout out, man. My guys, my brothers, my family, you know what time it is. Mark, Waldo, Ward, and G from the shop, you know what time it is, guys. The new podcast, S.D.E, on the Big Facts Network. You heard that. S.D.E on the Big Facts Network has everything you need to know about men, basketball, music, all that good stuff. Ain't a bag of chips, y'all. Ain't a bag of chips, okay? It's available on YouTube and all DSPs. You know what? Listen to these guys. They're educational. They're informative. They're funny. It's swagger. Just a fella sometimes, you know? So shout out to you guys. Big fans. I appreciate your work. Keep it up, guys.
Mark Waldo Ward, LAZ, you heard? Pottersville, Brownsville, Brooklyn, DC was good. The Big Fact Show, a.k.a. the Super Fact Show, where you get them super facts about the rap game. Nigga, tune in.